Hello, friends. My name is Ayesha. Welcome to Think Beyond Success Online English. Today, I have a very wonderful lady with me. Okay, she is a master in communication, and I have requested her to join my organization to help my audience, my viewers, to overcome this language barrier, English communication, and to master the art of English communication. Ma'am is there in this field from quite a long time. She is there in this field helping students to speak better English. From past 16 years, she is serving the need of the student, and I want her knowledge, her experience to combine, club together, and help my audience, my viewers to overcome this journey.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope you will be enjoying our session. I just got in touch with Aisha a few months back, and I'm really thankful to her for giving me this opportunity to explore my ideas, to establish myself, and getting attached with her in this organization. So, we will be learning a lot of things. Whoever joins this organization, you will be gaining a lot because you will come to know a lot of things. So as far myself is concerned, like we have been working for several years in different platforms, but we started teaching in the online platform few years back, and we thought that we can impart our knowledge to others. Then there are several students, there are several persons who require that skill to establish themselves in their profession. So now I request Aisha man to tell something about this organization, and then I will give you some ideas.
Okay, as my viewers already know that I teach English on this platform for the beginners and intermediate level. So I just collaborated with you. I just asked you to join my platform to give my advanced viewers. So I have so many students. My viewers are from advanced level. So I just whatever contents I am sharing on this platform, I'm just giving for the beginners and intermediate level, and I want you to help my advanced level students so that we both can help audience, my viewers, my students to give our best so that we together can help our students to come up in their in this journey, English speaking journey, and to reach the pinnacle of success. Yes, Kasturi ma'am. As I go through, means my students' comments after after posting my video, I go through the comments, each and every comments of my audience, and I just get to know what is the requirement of my students, my audience. So I got means I just noted down all those questions and I covered in my all my videos, and I just got from 2 3 students that they want to learn the art of public speaking. As you are good in public speaking, I just want you to share some knowledge so that how can we be good at public speaking, how can we do our best when it comes to public speaking. Though one on one all my students are good, they have good English knowledge, they are good at the topic what they are going to deliver, but then too when it comes to public speaking we get perplexed, we lose our we are not in our confidence. So what techniques you just want to share with my audience, that by using those techniques so that they can be fluent in this public speaking, art of public speaking.
So, good evening, everyone. Today I've come here to share certain ideas. As all of you know, and all of most of you may be fond of becoming good public speakers. But to acquire the art of public speaking, you need to inherit certain skills. In one way, we can say that public speaking is considered as an art as well as public speaking is a skill. It is both a skill and as well as it's an art. So you need to learn the techniques of public speaking, because if we go back to history, we have seen that there were several leaders and there were several persons India has given birth to who were good public speaker. So how did they become public speaker? Because they were able to influence the mind of the audience. You need to create an appeal in the mind of the audience. If we consider it in marketing terms, marketing management, those who have studied, you all might know, you all might have heard of a particular term. It is called repositioning. That means creating an image, and that image creates an everlasting impression. Now, before telling you something about public speaking, let me give you an example. So, you will, after hearing this story, might also develop that fondness within yourselves that you all might become or you might aspire to become good public speakers. We have seen in history long time back, there was a Roman emperor whose name was Julius Caesar. I'm not going much in detail, but just giving you just a rough idea. From here in, came the idea of public speaking. So when Caesar was assassinated, you all might have read in history, it was a conspiracy which was hatched to mm, assassinate us. The particular leaders, we use the term assassinate. I mean, if you want to kill a particular king or a leader, you don't use the term murder. We use the term assassinate. So Caesar was assassinated by a group of people who he trusted the most. And after that, his nephew Mark Antony, he took the vow to avenge the death of Caesar, not by using weapons, but by using his speech, verbal speech, through which he will be able to influence the Romans, I mean the people of Rome. So he came to a particular place in Rome, and the first sentence which he uttered, friends, Romans, and countrymen, I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. So his first opening lines of his speech created an appeal in the minds of the audience. I'm not narrating the entire speech because you all will get a lot of reference in relation to this particular topic from Wikipedia if you all do any Google search. And then in
Ma'am, can you just repeat that line, starting line, because my audience might not clear with the
Yeah.
repeating, means in
So
opening
the
line.
he when he came to address the people of Rome, because that fury was still within him, because Caesar was his uncle and he was the nephew of Caesar. So he wanted to avenge the death of Caesar, and he came to a particular platform where a huge number of a large crowd had gathered, and he addressed them as friends, Romans, and countrymen. I come to bury Caesar and not to praise him. The evil that men do often lives after them, but the good is often interred in their bones. These few lines of his introductory speech, apart from the entire speech which he delivered to the Romans, just created turmoil. I mean, everybody thought of listening to his speech and they sat down with patience. And at the end of the speech, a fury was also raised inside. A fury was working inside their mind because they felt that an innocent leader was killed brutally. So, and the rest of the story goes in the way that the people of Rome, they became furious and they were just on the verge of destruction, killing, breaking down things and on the verge of destroying things. And then ultimately, Mark Antony was able to win the hearts of the people because he was a good orator. Now, who is an orator? An orator is a person who has developed the technique of saying his speech in such a way so that you are able to influence the crowd, or you're able to influence the public or those who are listening to your speech. So
Okay,
this is
I
one
got to
example
know
which I
that
gave.
this is how the public speaking came into existence. So thanks for sharing this valuable information, because already everyone knows that public speaking, but how it originates, we all are unaware. Still, we are unaware, and I got to know through your this word. Like, okay, ma'am, continue.
So another evidence is from like when we have heard of we have all of us had heard about the great leader. India has given birth to several leaders. So out of one of these eminent leaders, Swami Vivekananda's name is always in our mind because he did a lot for our country. So when he went to Chicago for a world conference, and people always, I mean the Americans, they always despise the Indians. So he was similarly insulted because people, I mean, the Americans, they threw stones at him, they rebuked him, they said slang words to him. But Vivekananda endured everything with patience because he was a noble person. One sentence he spoke, which made them, which they felt after listening to that sentence, they simply became stunned and they all sat down to listen to his speech. So he said, my beloved brothers and sisters of America, and then he gave his speech. I'm not saying the entire speech which he gave because history has proved that you can search and you can find out Ravi Vivekananda's speech. But this opening line, as I was telling you all, that you need to create an appeal in your introductory statement whenever you give a public speech. You know, there's been a movie which was made few years back. It is called The King's Speech. It was about a particular king who has like who has acquired the throne, and then the people told him to give a speech and he was just stammering, he couldn't say anything. So the queen helped him to curb away his fear, and ultimately the king was able to succeed. And then he gave a wonderful speech to the public. So from different evidences we have found that public speaking is an art as well as it is a skill. If you want to acquire the technique of public speaking, there are certain steps we need to follow. For example, you have to start with a greeting, and the opening sentence should be an appealing one. As I told you that the first impression, it creates an everlasting image in the mind of the audience. So you need to create an appeal in the mind of the people who are listening to your speech. And also you need to motivate, you need to influence, you need to educate your listeners. So this comes under different situation. So step by step there are different presentations on this particular topic. If you will join our organization, we can deal with this topic accordingly. I hope my lecture will be creating a valuable input in your mind. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Can you just tell the steps what, to master the art of public speaking, what steps my audience need to follow? Like, what is, as
Yeah.
you told, the importance of public speaking, how the public speaking come into an existence, but what are the steps they need to follow to become a public speaker?
First of all, to develop fluency in English, you need to master the skills of grammar, because without the knowledge of grammar, you cannot form sentences and it will be reflected in your speech also. You need to master those skills of grammar, and you need to practice a lot to become a good public speaker, because you need to keep in mind that you are saying something in front of the public, and your words should create an appeal in their mind. So it can be, you can start with a simple topic. Okay, I mean, for those who are beginners here who want to become public speakers, there are different categories of students, there are different types of persons. Maybe you have already acquired the art of your, I mean, it's mastering the art of grammar, but you may not be a good speaker. You need to go through rigorous practice. You need to start with small topics. You need to say those topics, you need to record, and you need to see how the topics are being recorded. You need to watch different YouTube videos. Now whenever you say a particular topic, use short and simple sentences. Do not go for any lengthy sentences. Do not use any such words which may not be understandable to your audience. You can always try to use short and simple sentences which can be appealing, and the audience will be able to listen more, I mean, with more interest. Okay, they will listen to your speech with great interest. Secondly, you need to go through a lot of practice. As I told, you can start with short and simple topics, and then you can discuss different things. I mean, if you're in a house, you can converse and you can say these topics in front of your family members. So you need to follow, you need to be calm, you need to have good knowledge about the topic which you are delivering to the public, because you need to keep in mind that your ideas you are imparting to someone else, they should also have, I mean, you should know your audience. Simply you should know your audience, because if you use any words which may not be understandable by them, then they might feel bored or they may not show that much interest. So as I told you, I gave you two evidences. We are not like leaders, but we can still follow certain aspects from historical evidences. We need to implement it in a speech through our words, and that is the technique on how to like you can acquire those skills. The simple thing which I can tell you, that you need to do a lot of practice before you can establish yourself in the process of public speaking. But gathering relevant information is also essential. Today, I will give you certain ideas also how to start a topic which is connected with public speaking. So then you will get ideas of how to start a particular topic. This is
Okay.
also related to public speaking. It is called idea generation. So like if you want to start a particular topic which is related to public speech, then you need to first of all say something which is general to the topic. For example, topics can be of different types. They can be like a very simple topic. For example, you are saying a topic like my best place or my best food. So how do you start your speech? You will say something general to the topic, then you will say something personal to the topic, and then you will give something related to the topic, and lastly a conclusion. Now whenever you are saying something general to the topic, then you can start in this way, that most of us or every one of us or few of us, in this way you can start the sentence. I mean, just a one or two line introduction which is general to the topic. Then you come to the main portion. I mean, where if it is like my, anything related with my, then you can say personal to the topic, because this is related to your experience. Okay. So now, when you're narrating something regarding your experience, you need to analyze from where did you get this information. The simple reason, why we are unable to speak, because we don't have sufficient information. And this comes from ideas. Ideas develop in our mind, but for that, information is needed. You can give a speech on any topic as per your choice. You can record it and you can listen. First of all, you need to have sufficient information. If it is a very simple topic, obviously you can speak on that topic, no need to worry. But if it is a little difficult topic, or if it is something like a debatable topic, there also you need to say in such a way so that you can establish your rapport with the audience. Establishing this rapport with the audience is extremely essential in public speaking, because the audience get connected with you. You are forming an emotional connection with the audience. That is why the audience is getting interested to listen to your speech. What happened, I just told you a few minutes back about Mark Antony, why the people got amazed to listen to his speech, because he was a good orator. A part, I mean, a person who has acquired the skill of speaking in such a way that it creates an appeal in the minds of the audience. So you also need to establish that rapport, that is an emotional connection. Now, secondly, when you're saying something, after you're saying general to the topic, we can say personal, related to your experience. So this experience comes from two sources. I mean, you have become the victim. I mean, you have witnessed the situation, or you can gain. You have gain that access to that particular situation through knowledge. Knowledge also comes from different sources, from television, from newspaper, from meeting different people, reading books. So there also we can gain a lot of ideas, and we can also gain a lot of information. And lastly, I want to, before I conclude my this particular speech regarding public speaking, whenever you say any topic, you just go on saying, as I told you, use simple sentences and short sentences, but don't use any difficult word. You can give emphasis on your vocabulary, but you should be well aware of that particular word. Now need to frame a proper conclusion. Sometimes people give speech but they don't give any conclusion, so the audience just wonders, okay, there's a conclusion on this particular topic which is said. So a proper conclusion should also be framed by you. And you, I'm definitely, if you follow these steps, I think it will lead to success, and you can achieve your goal, because you are following certain process. I mean, a particular procedure is being followed by you to master the art of public speaking. So that's all.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for sharing so much of valuable information. And I just want to recapitulate whatever you have told. Like, first, to master the art of public speaking, one must have a script, what topic he is going to present, a script, and fine tuning the script. Okay, once roughly noting down the script, what the topic is, he or she is going to cover, fine tuning it using replacing the normal sentence into more advanced, or using appropriate vocabulary. Then after fine tuning the script, then the next step is remember, like, going through, like, knowing the topic very well, rehearsing again and again, and becoming master of the topic, and then going for the presentation. Because until unless you know the topic, you are well versed about the topic, you can't do best. So first know the topic what you're presenting, know your audience, and prepare the topic as per that. Without knowing the audience, we give something, audience expectation is something, and we give something that doesn't match, and then we lose the audience attention. So, and
Yes.
at last, at last, then conclude, after presenting, conclude the speech whatever you have presented, so that the audience get an understanding that here comes the end of the topic, like.
Yes, absolutely. Whatever you said, Aisha, I totally agree with you, because we need to follow certain techniques if we want to achieve our goal and if we want to become good public speakers. So I think those who are watching our program might get interested to join an organization where we teach different skills to the students. I mean, we teach the art of public speaking, we teach them to become good public speakers. There are different levels also. So we need not worry, my viewers who are watching this particular program. You are most welcome
And
to
one more
join our
thing,
organization.
just face the fear. Whatever, see, public speaking is a fear.
Yeah.
It is not mastering the art of public speaking is not something very, like, small.
It's
It
an
is
easy
really
process.
needs,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not so very easy process. It's something very difficult process, and mastering something, facing the fear only will make us to reach to this level, like, because first step, initial one step, beginning step is a must. Okay, so what is haunting us, each time we have to face that fear. Once we face that fear constantly, we keep on facing that fear. Once that later on in our life,
Slowly
that fear will
diminishes.
get
Yeah, slowly
vanish.
diminishes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining my platform and sharing valuable input. I hope my audience got their answer of how to master the art of public speaking. And I also request, like, those who want to learn personally with me and Kasturi ma'am, please do contact us on this given number, and you get our hand-holding support to overcome this language barrier. Okay, thank you. If you like this information, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel.